We ain't work on my love, it's me as well, it's not only you. Roadblocks setting back the mission, happen to me, it's not only you. Miss me with the pity party invited, got 1,000 other things to do.
Alright y'all, we back, and we're gonna keep this shit rolling.
Alright, so this is an interesting topic that I feel like comes up virally every so often about paying for friends' birthdays dinners.
Oh yeah,
so
you watched
do you pay for friends on their birthday, or do y'all split the bill?
Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna say, would y'all pay for your girl's friends for her birthday dinner?
I pay for her.
I pay for my girl. I'm not paying. I don't give a fuck about them other bitches that you with.
I'm not. Or
vice versa. I would never let my lady be like, "Oh, it's my birthday. Pay for me and my niggas." Get the fuck out of here. I pay for my lady and anything that she gets. The rest of you bitches, bye.
Yeah, I'm not. I
fuck out of here.
But this is the thing, right?
Because ain't no thing.
No. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
This is what you have to consider when you go into these high. Because most people, when they celebrate their birthdays, they go into these high-end restaurants, right? Some people don't know high-end restaurants offer a menu, which is a set. I mean, what's it called? A set menu?
Yes.
They offer a set menu. Because I've been to dinner parties where it's like, well, this is set menu. This is how much it's going to cost between you two, right? You can do the same thing. You don't have to necessarily go to a high-end restaurant and freestyle. Now, if you order something off the menu, that's on your bill.
All right, so let's say this, right?
Go ahead.
You said the set menu, right? Mm-hmm. This is what it is. And let's say there's a said number. The number is whatever it is. And I pay that number up front. I'm okay with that. Like, okay, this your birthday dinner. This is the number they said it costs, let's say $1,500.
Right.
For you to order
party.
these things off this menu. This is the set price. Cool, I'll pay that. Now, when you niggas and women get to ordering extra drinks, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, so that's so the one thing that was dope when I went to the dinner party, this one particular dinner party, that's what she said. She said, listen, y'all have to order what's on this set menu, but if you decide to order something off of this menu, you have to let the
outside of this menu.
Yeah, you have to let the waitress or waiter know that this is separate from this bill. So in a sense, let's say like you and Leah go out, I'd be like, yo, I want y'all to come to my birthday party. The set menu is at $250. So that's what's going to cost between the two of you is $250.
Right.
But if you buy anything outside of that, that is just a separate bill for y'all. So
that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm alright with that.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm not paying.
I pay for whatever we get. If she decides to order a goddamn margarita and it's not on that said list,
let me ask you this.
Then cool. I'm for that.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
You know who your broke friends are.
Absolutely.
And you know who your friends who have it. Do you invite the broke friends?
Fuck no. Because I'm going to end up having to pay for you, or you saying some weird shit like, yeah, let me cash app you later, or something that's just not going to register to me. Like, I'm going to keep it a bean, right? Like, at this big age, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just my thinking. You throw parties for people to come out and celebrate with you on your birthday. That's what you get at best. Besides, and I think females actually do it better. They actually buy each other gifts on, their friend's birthday. Niggas, you know what we say? You, bro, what you drinking? No, I done spent hypothetically $5,000 for this hall and the decorations and food and all of that. And all the fuck you want to do is buy me drinks. And bitch, it's an open bar. I don't need that.
Right.
So,
I think honestly the best, because you had a point, the Cash App thing, I think, so in my mind, this is what I would do. If I know my set menu is, because you also got to include taxes, I would probably, if let's say $250, I would be like, bro, send me $265.
Is it? Let me ask you a question. Is it petty for you to ask your guest list to send money up front?
No, that's what I'm saying. Oh,
like,
send me. If I know it's just like, because of course you're gonna have your list of people that's coming. So just send it now, so that way it's all on one card.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then that way, if y'all order anything off separate from the menu, that's completely. You already sent me your 265, right? So now anything extra, that's just on y'all. You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's a way to do it.
Yeah, like I got broke friends, and I see them when I'm going to the liquor store. But my squad, like niggas that I fuck with, like my everyday people that we got group chats and we communicate. Like we just came from the wine festival today, right? 2 cars. It was never a conflict about money. This costs this, that costs that, and that's it. Ain't nobody say, you, let me, you know what I mean? Like, our shit is understood. Like, and we not rich, but we just got to understand that we all work, we good. My man Corey, shout out to him. My man Kev, Phil, Twan, Cuddy, Avery, Mana. These my niggas that I'm with every day. It ain't never a debate with us.
Right.
I should say understood. Yo, it costs this. Boom. Like the niggas that I'm cool with that I know gonna give me a hassle at the age that I am now, guess what I won't do? Ask you to come here.
You think this petty? I have a and this is a side note. I have a credit limit for people who borrow money from me. So if I know like your financial situation, you can't borrow more than this, because if you can't pay it back, it won't hurt.
Do you believe in the saying, I never give away more than I can stand to lose?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same concept.
Okay.
So it's like I had a particular friend who I knew if he would have asked me, yo, can I borrow 100? No, because I know you can't pay that.
I know
back.
your character.
Yeah, I know you can't pay that back. Not even just your character, but I know. We talk about your financial situation. I know
you don't have $100 to give me back.
Right.
So no.
Can I borrow 20? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can borrow 20.
Because if you don't give it back, I don't give a goddamn. But there are a couple of people that I done, lend money over the years, and I bought you off for $150 because that's what you do.
That's
don't give it back.
Right there.
Hey, Leah, you know what? We getting way off topic. Hey, Leah, where we at with it? I'm sorry. We was going down a rabbit hole. I should say talk.
All right. The next one, woman goes viral for doing a loyalty test and failing miserably. So
Whore.
Did you watch that video?
Whore.
Can you break it down? Like
So, all right, y'all.
And she was like getting touched on the arm.
So pretty much the boyfriend had set her up with a massage, right? But unbeknownst to her, I like that word for some reason.
Make you sound
sophisticated. Yeah. She didn't know there was cameras set in the room. So when she went and got the massage, he was doing a little extra, like, oh, you like that? What you trying to do?
What was he touching her exactly?
Just like, I mean, just
it was arms and shoulders.
Yeah, but
it wasn't nothing like he wasn't touching her in inappropriate areas, right?
But he was insinuating that we should take this to another level.
Right.
So what she didn't know was that there was cameras in the room. So when he said, let's take it to the bedroom, when she go in the bedroom, her boyfriend is right there.
No, but the boyfriend says the wildest shit I ever heard in my life. He said, I thought y'all said he wasn't going to touch you. I said, you fucking pussy. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's the whole point, bro.
Like what?
I mean, I think, all right.
Go ahead, because...
Why do people set themselves up with shit like this, though?
I would never...
What's the point of doing that?
Because he knew, but he didn't know.
Why the fuck would I put that shit on national TV and or somewhere where somebody can exploit me? I'm gonna find out if my girl's a whore
on your own,
on my own.
Yeah.
And you know what this bro said? Yeah, you don't satisfy me sexually. Play with him. Bow. I said, God damn. Not she let the nigga, y'all was about, and the crazy thing is, this was the funniest part for me, when she walked into the bedroom, because that's where they was watching, the nigga had the blanket around his shoulders, and she walked into the room. Guess what the bitch didn't do? Apologize. She said, yeah, and anyway, remember when I turned over, and you don't satisfy me sexually? I said, I will punch this bitch in her goddamn face. You will not.
We don't condone domestic violence.
No, I don't. But y'all know what the fuck I mean. She played with him in his face, and you know what he did? Drop his goddamn head. I said, God damn it, you bitch ass nigga.
To get to Leah's point, I don't know why people do that. Like, That is an interesting perspective. Like, why would you? Like, I'm pretty sure you already had an inkling. Like, you
willingly hurt your feelings.
Yeah, but then you do it on a scale where now
it's so embarrassing.
The world gets to see it, and that is quite embarrassing. I wouldn't do no shit like that. If anything, do you think it's simp behavior to get a what they call them people? Private
Yes. Like, bro, I wouldn't even ask you as my man to, like, keep tabs on my girl. I know y'all at the same event. Keep tabs on my girl. I wouldn't even ask you to do that, because if you see her doing something inappropriate and then you report it back to me, I look like a goofy ass nigga. Either way, or vice versa. Like, girls be thinking that, I'm not saying all girls, but some women think that that's slick. Like,
what if I seen it on my own though?
I ain't telling you.
And
like, you as the boyfriend seen it on your own?
No. Like I'm out somewhere and I see Leah with somebody and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, my shit say tell. I'm telling.
Okay.
I'm telling. Yo,
would you tell on your homegirl?
My shit say fake. No, they not gonna tell on each other. They lying. She's fucking lying.
No,
Look.
You said if I saw like my homegirl husband or something, right?
No, you saw your homegirl out with another dude.
No, y'all ain't
Yep, y'all ain't telling a goddamn thing.
I'm not telling. I'm calling him. I'm taking pictures. I'm Peter Parker with that shit.
What?
No, okay,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna come up and say, "Oh, what's up, man? What? Hey.
My shit say FaceTime Tony, and I'm like, yeah. So
it's different.
Yo,
for us.
no. So it's girl code and it's bro code, right? Granted, I see my nigga out with another chick. I ain't saying a goddamn thing. That ain't none of my goddamn business.
Right.
I'm like, you see me, I see you, but I ain't see you. And call the husband and or boyfriend and be like, yeah, but y'all not doing that.
Nobody's doing that.
Yeah, so that's just understood.
Well, in the sense of if I seen him.
No, he's saying like if it's your home, but so
nigga, I wish the fuck you would.
I mean, if you seen him out, you wouldn't come tell me.
Probably not.
Exactly.
Ain't no problem, nigga. I wish you would try me.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm sorry.
All right.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Like, I ain't telling if I see him out and
What if y'all been a group of friends that grew up together?
Huh?
Now that's a tricky situation.
What if y'all been a group of friends that grew up together?
That's a slippery slope. But guess who's still not gonna tell? Me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the one that spill the beans. I'm not gonna be the snitch.
Now I might say something to you.
No,
to you.
I might see you out and be like, Tone, come on, bro. You know you out of pocket right now. Like, on a hush tip. And then it's up to you from there. But I feel as though that when I say that to you, I think mentally you'll be like, this nigga gonna tell, and you gonna try to skedaddle.
I see that.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
damn, the fact that I came to you and said, Tone, come on, man. You know.
Do you think homeboys and homegirls should hold their friends accountable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I'm not saying go tell their other partner, but just talk to them like, oh, what is you doing?
Yeah, like my homeboys actually hold me accountable. They be like, nigga. I'm talking about even if I lie to them. I mean, nigga, what the fuck you lying to us for? Like, they hold me accountable. And I think that makes for a healthy friendship.
Right.
For me holding you accountable to a certain standard. Like, everybody lie, whatever.
Right.
But I'm gonna hold you to a standard. I'm gonna always tell you, like, yeah, Tony, you wildin', bro. Like, that was out of pocket. I don't gotta tell you your folks, your mother, your father. I don't gotta tell nobody. I'm gonna tell, like, bro, that shit was out of pocket. May it be text or phone call. I had a nigga lie to me today about his appointment. Yeah, the reason I was late was because of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's not adding up.
Right.
And I could have furthered it, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to hold, it's not a strike against you, but that was a petty ass lie. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just say my bad, bro. Or pardon me.
Right.
What we got, Leah?
What we got next?
All right, so a man goes viral for using a sex offender registry to find women to sleep with.
He's a sick nigga.
Who have fetishes with sleeping with.
I would have never thought of that.
No.
I would have never thought of that.
That's disgusting.
Okay.
What? What are your thoughts?
I'm about to speak on it, but you laughed.
Because I'm like, bro, because
cause
all right, listen, we
This
are.
shit make girls look bad. I'm sorry, women got
But
down for this.
listen. I've gone through dry spells in my life, but I have never thought to myself, I'm gonna go on the sex offender registry and
and see
find
who's
me
out there.
some coochie.
Yeah, because if they're do they like children? Or they into adult? What? Yo, the spectrum is so broad
It is.
when it comes down to being a sex offender. And some niggas be on, and women be on that registry, and they shit really not valid.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it here.
Tony, leave me the fuck alone. I'm not for your shit.
I'ma take it
today.
here. I'ma take it here.
You about to do some. Go ahead.
If your son, right, 15 years old, he come to you like, Pop, knocking off my teacher. How you feel about that?
Honest
And the
answer.
teacher bad too. She like fire.
Honest answer. Yeah, son. Yes, son. Yeah, yo, you know it's a double standard. If it was my daughter and a male teacher, I'm gonna blow his brains out,
Right.
and I mean that wholeheartedly.
I understand that.
Ain't no hypothetically. I mean that shit, right? With my son, like I got a son and a daughter, so yeah, like my son, I'm like, yeah. My daughter,
You think young men can be taken advantage of?
They can.
absolutely.
They can. They absolutely can. I
I've
mean,
been seduced a time or two.
I just think with how men view things, like you said, it's a double standard.
Yeah, our vision is slightly obscured. Like as a mother, and that's your son, and he's dealing with an older woman, maybe his teacher. As a mother, you be like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? And with your daughter, they liable to say, "Oh hell no" as well, because their morals and principles are a little bit different than men. I'll agree. I'll agree with that. For me, for my son, I'm like, okay, big dog.
Is this something when he got his first piece, did he come talk to you?
No, I think he told my mother first,
Okay.
or my sisters, like that. Well, actually, he told my mother husband. He told Bruce. Shout out to Bruce. He didn't tell me a goddamn thing. Yeah, like I get all my information.
I got punished.
Yeah, I get all my information secondhand from this nigga. I didn't get punished.
I did.
My mother.
You got punished for losing your virginity?
Oh my God.
My mother already
And my
knew.
dad watches the show. I love you, Pop. I
Shout
really
out.
do.
Hey, Pop. Sorry.
I remember this day vividly. And it was
I'm gonna give you a story too. Go
my
ahead.
dad was like a he was a former street dude, right? And I think his biggest worry with me was he didn't want me to make the mistakes he made.
Right.
You know, as I've grown, I've realized like a lot of things that he did was to kind of obstruct me from going down a similar route.
That's in hindsight.
Because I had some instances where I was going that way. So when I told him, and I don't think he trusted my responsibility at the time. So it was like, in his mind, he thinking, oh, you about to have a baby. You 14 years old, you not ready, no, by any means, ready for a child. And I remember my stepmother actually asking me the questions of like, did you use protection? Did you do this? Did you do that? And me and my dad's relationship back then, we weren't the closest, right? He had did a bid, came home, and he tried to be daddy, pretty much. Not saying he tried. He was always in my life, but it was a period of time where he wasn't there. So he was foreign to me, right?
So what?
From like 6 to 10.
Did you have resentment?
A little bit.
Okay.
Because there was some
Fair.
things I experienced that I wish he would have been there for. You know, like
Fair.
my first fight.
Fair.
You just, not understanding things, wanting to understand what it meant to necessarily be a man. And I know he probably beat himself up about it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But I remember, shout out to my homeboy Adrian. We just actually reconnected in the sense he had went away for a little minute. I remember him telling me the story that he had with his father. And it was like his father took him out to eat They had a conversation, you know, like
It was like a celebration.
yeah, it was like a rite of passage. So I wanted that similar, or I thought I would receive that similar.
Like bonding experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, like even with my dad, like, yo, bro, I got that shit raw in the barbershop.
Oh, no,
Like I grew up literally
Oh, you
in the
mean like the
barbershop.
conversations?
Yeah, conversations. And my dad just, if he never sat down and said, hey son, blah, 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 I was privy to so much information at a young age that both my parents, shout out to my parents, they, you know, they know what they knew what they was raising, right? Or who they was raising. I remember one year getting condoms for Christmas. Don't judge my parents' parenting. Fuck y'all. Mind y'all business. But, you know what I'm saying? But they already knew what it was with me. Like, and I remember, I think I was like 14 or 15. And I can't really recall a conversation about, like, quote unquote, the birds and the bees.
I never had that conversation.
But they already knew what I was on. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
you know how I learned about sex? Cinemax.
Skinamax.
When I used to just flip through the channels, and if you was real slick with it, you would flip through the channel and then hit
the last button and delete that channel.
No, I was slick with it. I would hit the last button and then hit the channel down button.
Yeah, so delete the last channel that you previously was watching. Yeah. That's slick shit. Yeah, I was already on that. Like, but I never really had that conversation like with my parents. Like, and it was, if I did, it was after the fact. I was already getting busy. You feel what I'm saying? I was already active.
Yeah, I didn't have the conversation.
Yeah, where we at, Leah?
All right. So I think last part we talked about like being desensitized with social media as far as like sexually explicit content. What about like violent content? So it was an incident where a man was killed in a road rage incident. The person who recorded it was shot and killed himself 24 hours later after viewing that.
You know what's crazy? I remember I seen a post where these dudes was jumping at this dude and he pulled out his gun and somebody said, see how fast you can die? And like, I'm just thinking in my mind, like, cause the dude, he whipped out, boom, was like, he did like this, you get what I'm saying? And then he was just like, see how fast like shit can just change. And when you watch the video, the dude goes up to the car, he got his gun in his hand and he banging on your window. And I don't know what state this was in, but I'm assuming it was somewhere where you could wear and carry. The dude in the truck had his joint. So he see you with the gun, he just instantly pop, pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? 6 shots to the face, right? I mean, I think we all a little desensitized to the violence, but honestly, I would have did the same shit.
Yeah,
I would have did the same shit.
Absolutely.
You come to my window, right? Because road rage is a weird frustration in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I get road rage too, but I'm never that angry to go to somebody and start an argument because I don't know what you got going on.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're going through, and I don't know what you got in your motherfucking car.
Yo, my mother was a vicious hook shotting quarters and nickels out the sunroof thing. I learned that technique. You know, her shit say, I'm talking about she was accurate. I'm talking about ride up next to him, reach in the change joint, open the sunroof, bow. Her shit said, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Out the sunroof. She was vicious with that shit. Granted, it didn't crack their windshield, but they knew she was there. I don't think she would try that now. I don't think.
Yeah, we live in a much more violent era. I mean, like I said, I guess, like I said, being where we from, we kind of can tell what's going to jump and what's not.
Yeah, because...
But you really never really know.
Yeah, because niggas be lacking, bro. Like, you in road rage and you get to the red light and y'all both at the red light. You goofy as fuck if you hop out your car and... If you gonna hop out your car, and I'm just keeping it blatant. If you gonna hop out your car, you better hop out your car and shoot. Don't hop out your car and tap on a glass and all of that.
And you know what's crazy?
Nigga, shoot. If you hopping out that wheel,
I don't know.
Shoot, nigga.
I don't know.
And get it out the way.
I don't know if this is a road race.
Man,
But listen,
I'm
hold on.
not saying that. I'm just saying for your own safety, if you hop out that car and go to tap on that nigga glass and he roll that window down and blow your top off, cause you don't know what's in that car behind that tent.
Yeah.
If you gonna hop out that wheel, you better pull that trigger.
So I had a situation once where me and my cousin.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not really valid.
This Halloween night.
Maybe I am.
My cousin is trying to get this parking spot. We waiting on him. I'm like, bro, it's a parking spot right next to us. He coming. Right, pause. And the person whips around him to get to the parking spot. I'm sitting in the parking spot. Like I'm standing in it. I'm like, bro, my cousin about to park here. You just kind of whipped around him, right? So bro was gonna let it go, right? Is his girl in the car. She like, nah, fuck that. We taking this parking spot. I'm like, no, you not. He like, yeah. He hop out the car like, yeah. Y'all not taking this parking spot. I'm like,
goddamn, if I'm gonna let my woman put the battery in my back.
That was crazy.
Dead.
But listen, what he don't know is that it's about 72 bullets among 3 people.
I don't care if there was no bullets.
But no, I get you. But he coming with all this frustration, and I'm like, bro, just go ahead. Just go. He like, nah, so
I remember you told me about this.
Yeah. Jeremy at the car, he just sitting there looking at him. My cousin, he got his car double parked. He's just sitting there looking at him.
Right.
And like he going back and forth, and I literally turned to him like this. I said, black man, I want you to go home tonight. And you feel what I'm saying? He caught what I was saying in that sense. But that's how fast that shit can.
It can escalate, bro.
Yeah, that's how fast it can escalate.
Don't let your pride get you out
The crazy part is they was about to dip until Shorty said, nah, fuck that. We want this parking spot. And I'm like, bro, you really wouldn't have had it if you didn't do what you just did. You punched the gas and went around my cousin.
And what if niggas was gun ho on let me let this shit blow, pause, on a gun tip, you feel what I'm saying? And got yo out of here.
Yeah, because he was talking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like,
so what if I was short tempered and I got out the car and I bow now because you listened to your girl? I'm not saying that she wasn't right or wrong, but I'm not letting you put the battery in my back, my mom. I'm sorry.
Threatening me, talking.
I gotta go home at the end of the day.
He was about to go to the car and do what he do, and I'm like, yo, you're not gonna make it to that car.
Right. What we got, Leah? Get off the subject before I get upset.
You can segue into music news. So Steph Curry and Jermaine Dupri had like a back and forth about the song They Not Like Us. Apparently Steph Curry made a negative comment about the song being played so much, and Jermaine Dupri responds with, that's what the song is supposed to do. It's supposed to give impact. The question is, has rap lost its ability to be impactful or meaningful?
Yes. Absolutely.
And Steph Curry don't have a shape up.
Say yeah.
So let's get into that. Let's talk about that.
No, I think
it doesn't have a headline.
I think it definitely has.
Let's talk about that.
Lost its impact. I mean, now listen, we don't know what this songs would have did back in the day if there was social media. We don't know how Ether would have been handled on Instagram. We really don't.
We don't.
We don't know how, but I remember the shock value that it had.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I remember.
But it was word of mouth, though. That shit traveled from state to state, worldwide. Mouth. It was verbally versus, instant at your hand. Wow.
I remember being in the car when I remember being in the car with my pops. They stopped the music that was playing, and they was like, yo, we got an exclusive from Nas, and we just like, damn.
Nigga, I was at my big mommy house in the Bronx. Shout out to my big mommy. I was at my big mommy house in the Bronx. Literally, me and my cousin Ryan upstairs with my uncle Henry and my auntie Lizzie in the room listening to the radio when Ether dropped.
Hold on. We gotta take a quick break.
All right,
We're gonna finish it. We're gonna come right back.
Hey Wiretap family, it's your girl Leah from behind the scenes at Wiretap TV. We're just taking some time to highlight an amazing Baltimore-based business. It's called Green Goals Beauty Training, founded by Chanel Green. This training program offers training on nails, lashes, and barbering for youth throughout Maryland. Chanel's motto is building dreams and changing lives. She is conveniently located at 1102 Rolling Road in Catonsville, Maryland. You also can follow her on IG at Green Goals Beauty Training. It is an amazing program. It is a for-profit program. However, they do offer financial assistance programs as well. So please like, follow, subscribe, and also stay tuned to the Wiretap TV. Thank you.
It's a big show.
All right, y'all, we back. We just gonna keep it moving. What's the next one?
All right, Schoolboy Q show gets canceled due to safety concerns in Canada. Do you think this is overboard?
Yes.
Yeah, like it was one specific incident that we know about with Ross and his crew, and it may be more. I am not the Daily Journal, so all my facts are not 100% accurate, but the ones that I know about is the Ross situation.
Well, apparently it's really more so related to they think Drake canceled it because Schoolboy Q is affiliated with Kendrick.
Well, I've heard.
So he got that much juice?
He possibly can. He possibly do. I mean, yeah, I would think so because he got Gucci into Canada. Remember, Gucci couldn't go to Canada until
Facts.
Yeah, and Gucci said thanks to Drake.
He really got the juice.
But also too, they were saying that they had that big flood up there.
You see Drake house got flooded?
Yeah,
I
so
seen that journal on social
that
media.
could have been associated with that. But at the same time, I mean, listen, when it comes to beef and your affiliates, I'll tell a quick story. I remember I had a little situation back when I was like 13, and these dudes beat up my homeboy, and he was like, "Why y'all beating me up?" But they like, "Well, you affiliated with him, so."
Yeah,
And that's how it
guilty
kind of
by
goes.
association.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
But and that just goes to show, like, granted, Kendrick killed him on the song. We ain't
Right.
and I'm standing on that.
Yeah.
Niggas can say what they want to say. Kendrick killed him.
I agree.
Sorry, Canadians, or not sorry. I don't know which one I am, but nonetheless, the fact that he got that much pull in his country is tough. That's a
not in his country. It's a particular club. So at this club that he was supposed to perform at, which was a sold out show, Drake is affiliated with that club and apparently helped design it.
Yeah, he got the juice in Canada.
Yeah, I would expect that. Like, personally, and I'm not saying this is on Q's fault, because I seen people saying like this show wasn't going to be lit anyway. But I'm like, most people or most artists, they're not going to go somewhere where they know they're not going to make no money. And come to find out, the show was sold out.
Right.
But essentially, if I'm in war, I don't even have to personally be in war. It's like, if you got something going on and people know we cool, they're going to automatically assume that I'm riding with you, which I am. But still, that just comes with the territory.
It's a default.
Yeah, it just comes with the territory.
Like, he may not have nothing to do with the whole rivalry that they got going on.
He was in the They Not Like Us video.
All right.
Yeah.
There was 1,000 people from Cali in the video.
People,
can they not go and go see the
you remember?
Get no money.
Right. You remember Game situation?
No, they like me.
Game. The reason why 50 and Game started beefing was because Game refused to go against who was it at the time? Fat Joe and Jadakiss.
Yes.
And
That was smart.
Right. But Game, in his mind, he was like, I don't have no quarrel with them. You get what I'm saying? Like, why am I picking up your bullshit just because I'm signed over here? Which, I mean, that's just a perspective and a mindset.
I mean,
right?
same way J. Cole did it. Granted, niggas said he was pussy for backing out of that beef, but that shit had nothing directly to do with him. He was like a quote unquote
Casualty.
Casualty of war. And you know what? He tucked his tail. And I wish he would have kept it up for the love of hip hop, my love for hip hop.
Right.
But I understand why he did it, and he not a pussy for that. Like, sometimes you got to say, you know what, this ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
and back out.
That's. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it depends on how loyal you are to the cause, and if you're not that loyal to the cause, then.
Yeah, like you my nigga, but it's certain shit that you might do that I'm like, yeah, I'm not crashing out on behalf of this fuck shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it gotta make sense to me.
It gotta make
for me
sense.
to be like, all right, cool, I'm crashing out. I'm not crashing out over anything. Oh, that's my man, and because I'm old enough to know better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so Pop Smoke, his killer was recently released from prison, and he had like a little press run, was doing interviews and podcasts.
Yeah, he was on No Jumper.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
his
seen that.
mother spoke out against the killer after he served his 4-year juvenile sentence. Do you think that she received justice, and how would you go about things?
I would be
if you were in
completely
the situation?
upset.
Yeah, that shit was not it. And then he got on. Then he got on a podcast and was like, "Yeah, I'm not sorry. I wish I could have changed it, the outcome." But he said he wasn't sorry for going to that address. He wasn't sorry for what happened. So ultimately, you're just not sorry.
Yeah, you're not.
At the end, you like, yeah, fuck it. It is what it is. And
Yeah,
that's,
I would
and that's
think
fucked
as a
up.
parent, I would be completely
Devastated.
devastated because not only did you only serve a 4-year sentence, but you going on a press run talking about the events that took place that took my child's life.
Her only child.
Her only child at that. You know what I'm saying? Like Pop Smoke was a promising artist. I think he would have definitely been something to bring New York back. I think he would have been the one to really bring New York back. Not saying that other artists aren't putting New York on the map.
But he was lit.
Yeah, Pop Smoke was like
He was
it.
lit.
But I ain't gonna hold you. I would want some get back. That's just me.
Yeah, like
And now you out here just like
yo, for the
talking about
sole fact that you said that I'm not sorry as a parent, and it's the parent in me. The sole fact that you killed my young son, I don't give a fuck about his rap career. This is my child.
Right.
The fact that you not sorry, pussy, I'ma find you.
Yeah.
And that's just my personal.
I don't know if his pops is in his life or not, but if
I don't
was,
give a fuck.
No, I'm talking about Pop Smoke father. Like, if that was my son, I'm gonna have to see you,
Yeah, like
and I'm gonna crash out because that's my son. And then you out here just lollygagging. You feel what I'm saying?
remember the picture that he posted on Instagram? Who trying to drink me? He had the Don Julio Blanco with the like, bro. You just out here just living your best life,
yeah, like,
and
nah.
my child is gone.
And getting money, like who is giving this guy money? Like this is crazy.
I mean, the culture in Cali is completely different.
That's a
They kind
different
of
type of
praise
war
that
over
type
there.
of
Yo, Cali is different. Remember,
Yeah.
we been out there, like, and I've heard from people that's from there, like, they gang violence and neighborhood sets and shit like that. That shit is way more authentic than a lot of places. Like, I'm not saying New York or Jersey or Baltimore, but they gang culture
Yeah, it's completely different.
is unmatched.
I mean, to the extent of you might live in a different neighborhood and he can't come see you. Like, that's how bad it is.
like Cali is different.
Like, I can't go see my girl, or vice versa. You can't come see him, or like we can't go to this particular gas station, or
Because Cali is different.
a certain hat I'm wearing could get me whacked. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no neutral colors out there. Niggas
Yeah,
wear
that's how-
white and be affiliated with Joe Blow out there. Yeah.
What we got next?
All right. So BG apparently was in some drama recently. I know.
Oh yeah.
So he was recently arrested for a song he did with Gucci, and he's been ordered to submit lyrics.
I think that's
before
crazy.
releasing music.
That's wild.
crazy.
That's
crazy.
Yo, I don't. Go ahead, Tom.
No, that's. I mean, what happened to freedom of speech?
Yeah,
Like what? Like
I thought they passed a law that they couldn't submit rap lyrics like in court and things like that.
from the video that I sent attached to the question, he explains how that last video he did with Gucci got him, and I don't know if it's from the concept of Gucci being a convicted felon and two felons. They can't really be
Yeah,
around
but
each other.
that shit is
Okay,
yo,
I'll
bro.
get into it.
Bro, that shit.
It's still ass though.
It's so wild. Like, yo, if I went to prison and I served my time for said charge, that should be it. Like, I can't help who I know, and granted, ain't nobody walking behind you like, oh, let me run your name, Tony, hypothetically, and saying, oh, he's a felon, you can't be. But that shit is
You want to hear some
wild.
bullshit?
That
I'm gonna
shit-
tell you some bullshit
man,
real
listen.
quick. I was in a situation, right? You feel me? I told you in my career, I'm privy to sit in certain cases. And this one dude, I thought this shit was petty as fuck. He, once you're a convicted felon, you can't come into contact with police, right?
Right.
So somebody had gave a description and they fucked up.
And it wasn't him.
It wasn't him. But because he came in contact with police, you feel what I'm saying? He got sent. I mean, it eventually got cleared. But it's just to go through that whole process.
It's just that, the judicial system is so flawed and fucked up. Like, and I speak on, like, I'm always transparent with my shit, right? Like, with my situation, I caught a case years ago. And who the fuck gives somebody indefinite probation? Bitch, you know how many times I can have police contact between that said age and my death? Like, bro, that shit, the system be so flawed. And I'm speaking about Virginia specifically. I don't hate people that live in Virginia, but that Commonwealth shit be so flawed, bro. Like, I broke a law. I get it. I paid a price. I get it. Because I was wrong. Cool. But who the fuck, and it's my fault because I didn't know no better, who the fuck takes a plea for said time with indefinite probation? Like, who the fuck would authorize that? Who signs off on that shit?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's a trap.
It's a trap, bro.
Once it got you, it got, like, yo.
Yeah, it got a chokehold on you, bro.
Right now, I'm with the kids, and I be trying to, like, get them game, and they really don't be hearing me.
They don't, bro.
And I be like, bro, you don't understand. Like, you were lucky enough to do what you did, and it went through this route. Because if you was up top, you would be looking at this amount of time, and once you win that, that's it.
That's it. Once you win, it's that shit like a game, bro.
It's some success stories. You know, it's some people that came.
And not to cut you off, like, I consider myself a success story.
Right.
Like, y'all put me in that system at 18. I did my time for that. And then I doubled back because y'all said X, Y, and Z. And I gave y'all the rest of your time to, in turn, be doing what I'm doing right now.
Right.
On top of having a successful career, being, the person that I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Without y'all on my back.
Right.
So there are a million success stories, but they don't even give you a chance at the end of the day a lot of times, bro.
Yeah, once
and
it got
that's
you,
just what it is.
Once
they
it
got you.
It got you.
Nigga, they sent Meek Mills to jail. He said it on the album for willing a dirt bike. Man, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Speaking of court cases, so Young Thug's case, which has been in the court system, I feel like for forever now. Anyway, they transferred it to a new judge.
I think they should just throw that shit out.
Is drawn out, or do they really?
It's over with.
I think they should just throw that shit out. At this point, it's just, I've never seen a case go this long.
Yeah.
I've never seen a case go this long.
If y'all had...
It's going on months, ain't it?
Years. It's been years. It's been years.
It's like a year and some change.
No, it's
like,
more than that, bro.
Is it?
More, yeah, it's more than that.
Okay, so I'll do my homework on that, and I'll get back to you on that on the next pod.
You think that if they throw it out, that the feds will pick it up?
Yeah.
I thought it was already fake.
No, it's weird.
So yes and no. You would hope that if they dismiss it at this point, that the feds wouldn't pick it up. But check this out,
right?
right?
The feds picking it up is if they have 100%.
Exactly.
They're not picking it up if they don't have a conviction. They have a 99.
Hey.
It could be that, but
yeah, but still,
the feds.
But people out there who watching this podcast, if y'all know anything about the judicial system, y'all know when the feds come for you, your shit cooked.
They got you.
You already know what it is.
They have a 99% conviction.
Yeah, so that's why they haven't picked it up. Yeah. So yes, the feds will pick it up, but they haven't because the feds can ultimately overthrow that state level shit if it's warranted for them to do that.
And at this point,
let the nigga go.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't think they got nothing.
Free thug.
Free thug. They don't have anything. Like I said, even if you are a person that is very supportive of that system, you would see the silliness in it. This case been silly the whole fucking time. Literally, the whole case has been silly.
But you even notice that even with the judge, when Thug lawyer asked, told him, yeah, I know about these conversations, he never once said, "Oh, X, Y, and Z." He was like, all he wanted to know was, "Who told you?" So you know it was happening.
Yeah.
Like, bro, y'all know y'all don't got enough.
So yeah, just let that.
Just
man
let the shit
Just
go,
let the
bro.
man go. Yeah, free
Free
thug.
thug, yo. What we got, Leah? If I get upset and
Big
start
Sean.
flipping
I
shit.
feel like he's just doing anything to make a wave now. Anyway, Big Sean drops a snippet, and people are saying it's a shot at Kendrick Lamar. I also wanted it was a shot at Kanye West as well.
So
I didn't hear the song. Did you hear it?
yeah, I heard it. It's two.
Tone said it to me.
It's two. I'm hearing two things. One, of course, is like it's towards Kendrick, but it's been confirmed by somebody saying like, no, it's about another Gemini. And the only other Gemini we know in the rap game is Ye.
Whoa.
You get what I'm saying? I don't.
Which would make more sense, seeing as him and Kanye.
Wait, Jay.
What other Gemini would he be beefing with?
It's got to be Kanye.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In history.
And then with Kanye
Wait,
on Drink Champs.
Geminis fall underneath what month?
May and June.
Yeah, May and June.
When was Jay-Z born?
21st of June.
December. He's a,
December 4th.
Right.
Jay-Z's a Sagittarius.
He's a Sagittarius.
Yeah, so you said Jay, right?
no. Yay.
Oh, yay. Oh, I'm like, what? Wait.
But
Okay, yay.
I think it's just silly at this point. I think, like, I get having grudges and everything, but I think once you manage to get yourself out of a circumstance and that circumstance really doesn't affect you that much, because ultimately what happened with him is that he did what he did and then somebody leaked his album,
Okay.
right? And it's like, bro, you didn't have to kind of take that angle.
Right.
Or just handle that shit behind closed doors.
Yo, did you watch that joint on, I want to say it was on Amazon Prime, when they was talking about, like the first people who were leaking music and, damn, what's the name of the show?
Like about the LimeWire people? Or something?
Yeah, LimeWire people.
No, I never seen
Yo, so it's like it's on Amazon Prime. It's
I might have to
called,
check that out.
it's called, I'm going to tell you the exact name, but just backstory. It was a small rural town that were in charge of, like, you as an artist or corporation, you would send, your music to this factory that was in this rural area, and they would press the CDs and so on and so forth. And people that worked there, because they didn't have a lot of jobs in this town and so on and so forth. And after a while, like, if the pay was decent or whatever, they figured out a way to burn music. And that was the death of Sam Goody's,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna look it up in a second. I'm gonna tell you the exact name of the show on.
But nobody's buying CDs right now, so people are leaking music by.
No, but it was just funny to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just think Sean should leave it alone. I mean, he hasn't really prospered through it. I get it. You got an issue with Kanye. I just think some things should just be handled behind closed doors.
Yeah, and
I think he's tired of being stepped on.
And I think I think he's a dope lyricist.
Yeah, he keeps getting stepped on.
I think he's a dope lyricist, but I don't want you to take that low road to get back to the top.
Right.
Just keep doing and being who you are.
Yeah.
What we got, Lee?
Okay, the Rap Radar freestyle. Did y'all tune?
Oh, that was a 2-on-1.
Okay.
Yeah, you can keep going.
Alright. Let's
What we got, baby?
Sports news.
All right.
Okay, we touched on this briefly. Last week we were talking about how Shakur had addressed Mason Cam. So now Jay Prince has jumped into it. Mace addresses Jay Prince, who has for years always been known
What did he
as
say?
the Boogeyman.
We not your little niggas.
Yeah, we not.
I agree with Mace.
The question is, why do celebrities almost always try to bring the street elements to legitimate business?
Because they street niggas who got a legitimate business.
I would say they kind of both tie in together, right? Because corporate America is just as ruthless as the street. It's just the only thing they don't do is kill you. Mm-hmm. Right? They'll stop you. Like, I remember watching the, what's my man from that 70s show?
Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah, he played in the Apple movie. And I remember a particular scene where the dude, he was working at a gaming company, and the guy was like, if you get this in color, I'll give you $5,000. Mind you, this is like 1970. So $5,000 in 1970, that's big money.
Yeah, that's paper.
So he couldn't do it. He knew somebody who could. So
Right.
he went to his mans, like, bro, if you get this in color, we can get some money. He like, how much we getting? He like, oh, we just getting 500. And right then and there, I knew business was crazy. Like, what's the McDonald's movie? I can't remember the McDonald's movie. Founder. You ever watched that? So the dude that owned McDonald's did not originally create McDonald's.
Okay, so I do know the backstory, but
brothers, they end up selling it.
Right.
for,
But
like,
you know why?
fraction of what it was-
pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
But you know why, right? So let's say me and you are brothers. Leah come to us, and she is going around the country marketing McDonald's, but she's not
Okay.
making enough money.
Okay.
So let's say like we told Leah we're gonna only give her 3%.
Okay.
Leah comes back like, yo, I'm not making a profit. Why don't you just give me 1 more percent and I'll make a profit? We say, no, Leah, we're not giving you nothing else. We said 3, that's all you get. So then Leah goes to a bank and meets this Jewish guy.
Right.
Jewish guy say, well, who owned the land? Because you know McDonald's is the biggest land owner in the world.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Nobody owns the land. Buy the land, tax them. You get what I'm saying?
Ah.
Charge them. So in a sense, all the McDonald's that got created around the country, he went and bought all the land for. And then he taxed the restaurant, right?
Forcing them to sell.
No, not forcing them to sell. You got to pay me land dues. And then you got to stay within code.
Yeah.
So if I come here and I see trash on, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a violation. Money. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, that's
That's a new job now.
right.
For
So,
other people,
so essentially,
locations.
that's what happened. He went, pretty much he backdoored him. So he had got so much of the land that now, what happens when a landlord owns something? What do they do?
Evict you.
No. They make the price so fucking high
Yeah.
Okay.
that it,
Big shit and this shit.
right. So now it's like,
I went straight to negative. I said evict.
right.
Right.
But he just,
Basically the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Force you out.
well, he wasn't trying to force them out. He was just essentially raising the prices.
Squeezing them.
So now that profit we making, we got to kick out
Okay.
to get, because our name is attached to this now. You know what I'm saying?
So, and he's still getting 3%?
Yep.
And he's still getting his 3%.
Yes, he is.
So now what do I do? I found out y'all two, we ain't been on our business. Let's
Right.
say, who owned the name of McDonald's?
They didn't trademark it. Wow.
So that's their fault. They dropped the ball. So you didn't trademark it. You didn't. You
But
know,
I'm saying, but the
you know what I mean?
element, like I said, but that street element is within
The ruthlessness.
the ruthlessness. Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
yo,
in corporate America.
you got to be cold-hearted in corporate America,
So,
and being in them
I
streets.
think
Is what you
when,
saying?
Yeah, I think when street people come to the legitimate side, they kind of still try to operate in that way, but they don't operate in a way that makes sense.
All right, can you say this? And this is a question. Do you think, as a street individual, do you think that some of the tactics that you bring from the streets will help you thrive in corporate America?
Depending on how knowledgeable you are.
I mean,
Did you watch The Wire?
Of course. Like
Remember
if you're a stringer bell,
Exactly.
it's gonna work.
Stringer Bell thought he could bring that street shit to. Remember, he was trying to get. I think he was trying to go into real estate.
Right.
But he didn't understand the business of real estate.
Yeah, but but that goes back into doing your homework. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, even with, and I'm keeping it a bean, like, even with doing this podcast shit, like, you think that it's just sitting down and talking. Like, I had to get abreast to.
Not you stole his word. Go ahead.
Anyway, that's what I'm joking. But you know, if I got introduced to podcasting and I'm watching what other podcasters do and so on and so forth, you would think that it's just talking, right?
No.
It's not. It's a little bit more intricate than
Because
that.
once we get to a certain amount of subscribers, then it becomes monetizing. Then once you
Yeah.
start monetizing, now you got to bring in the legal shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of people aren't willing. See, the difference between street and corporate is that in corporate America, you got to read a lot. And you have to understand, like, the one thing I understand about law, and I remember when I took the class on state laws and constitutional law. So back in the day, before I jumped in what I jumped into, I never understood how people could rack up charges, right? I never understood, like, you may think you going into 7-Eleven and you just robbing them, right? So you think you just did one thing. When in fact,
10 charges.
it's like, it could be, you know, because as soon as I point a gun at somebody, that's assault.
Right.
Then it's strong arm robbery.
Right.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Shooting into an occupied
Possession of a
dwelling.
handgun.
Possession of a handgun and commission of a felony.
Right. And then if you're a felon already, now it's possession of a
Yeah.
handgun with a firearm. So you get what I'm saying? You could think you're doing one thing, but that's how law works in a sense, in everything. So it's like when you read a contract, you have to understand with everything. Like I tell a story all the time about what's the dude that did engine number 9, Black Milk.
Is it Black Milk?
I think that was his name.
Black Sheep?
Black Sheep, my fault. Thank you.
No problem.
In his contract, it said it was this split. So let's say it was a 70-30 split. We get 70, you get 30, right? But if it ever comes to an unforeseen situation, the split now becomes 50-50.
Right.
And they wasn't trying to give him the 50-50 because what happened? Streaming came.
Right.
But the contract said for something that was unforeseen, nobody could have predicted. In 95, none of us could have predicted streaming. Nobody in this room would have predicted streaming.
In 95, I was 10.
Right, but you get my point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
I'm getting what you're
when
saying.
it comes to jumping, like street shit is simple in a sense. It's not, but it is.
Right.
It's really having the ability to understand a person, right? Like I said, you got your talkers and you got your walkers. You know who your talkers and walkers are. You know you're supposed to get this certain amount of money per day, per week. You know if you got an issue with these people up the block, you either got to get them up. Somehow you got to get them off the block. You either get them off the block, or you figure out some way to work with them. It's one of the two, right? It's simplicity in the street shit. Once you get into the corporate world, it's so much shit to deal with. It's a lot of bullshit to deal with.
That's when you really just need to have a good team. Because like you said, you're not going to know the ins and outs of every
Not at all. And then you got to make sure somebody not fucking you.
Right, exactly.
You got to make sure somebody not fucking you. My uncle always said you're going to get fucked, but you get to determine how hard you get fucked.
Pause.
Leave or no leave.
Nah, facts. Like he said, yo.
That's facts.
Yeah, you going to get fucked, but you determine how hard you get fucked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like when we go, like in the sense of, in the sense of renting or owning, we get fucked in both situations.
Right.
Renting, we got to pay high ass rent. Owning, our mortgage might be low, but guess what? We responsible for everything that's in this motherfucking house.
Goddamn
I knew a girl who literally moved into her house and her roof caved in.
Oof.
Bought her house and everything. Roof caved in 2 weeks later. Now who responsible for that?
I can hear some stories.
That's what I'm saying. So
What we got?
We got 1 minute left. You want to pause?
yeah, we can pause it for a
Let's
second.
pause it.
We ain't work on my love, it's me as well, it's not only you. Roadblocks setting back the mission, happen to me, it's not only you. Miss me with the pity party invite, got 1,000 other things to do.